What makes you do what you do? Welcome to the fourth section, or the fourth chapter, of the Loving Yourself Properly podcast series. Each one of us gets inspired by one thing or the other. We have our own ways of defining and structuring our inspiration in our own different ways. For some, it's their hobby that inspires them, while for others, traveling could be a great source of feeling happy and inspired. So what inspires you? The other question that I would also pose at this particular point, allow me to ask, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? 10 years' time, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10 years. Is it possible to try? Is it easy for you to try and project your mind 10 years from now? Where do you see yourself? Where will you be living? Which assets will you be having? What will you be doing? Will you still be in the same job that you're doing right now? Will you have changed careers? Will you have bought your first car? Will you have bought your house? Or you will have built your own house? Where do you see yourself? And then secondly, what can you do today that will actually help you to get there? All right. So as a person who wants or who endeavors to love himself or herself properly, this is what I will suggest to you. Try to find something worthwhile to live for. Something that can give you the power and the fire and the steam to get out of bed each morning. Something that will be so big and so desirable that when you try to visualize yourself having achieved that which you aspire to achieve, it will help, or it will give you the motivation and the inspiration to rise up each and every time that you face a setback or each and every time that you fall. If not something that is worth living for, then what is worth dying for? Or find yourself something that is worth dying for. If I was to ask you, if you were to do just one thing within a month before you die, what will you do? Which actions will you take? Who are the people will you go and meet? But basically, what will you do? Because we are talking about finding something that is worth dying for. The last thing that you will choose to do in this world before the curtains of your life fall, what will it be? And then secondly, if you had just a month to live, how will you spend it? Where will you go? Who will you go with? Who will you talk to? Who will you spend time with? Where would you rather be the last place to take your last breath? Where will it be? And who are the people that you will desire to be there? All right. Let me ask you another question. What do people say that you're good at? What do people say that you're good at? Or what do people say is the reason that they love you? And yourself. What are you good at? Which are your talents? Which are your abilities? Which are the things that if someone was to wake you up in the middle of the night, you wouldn't need a textbook manual to carry them out. It's just effortless for you. Are you good in composing songs? Are you good in singing? Are you good in making handcrafts? Are you good in speaking and delivering messages? Are you good in showing empathy and listening skills and communication skills? Are you good in organizing things, organizing people, planning for events? Which strengths do you have? Because these are actually a very good assets from which you can tap and actually come to find something that is worth either living for or is worth dying for, because each person is gifted differently. Mine is different than yours. Yours is different than the other person. So your catalog is your own. That which gives you the ultimate fulfillment could not be that which gives someone else the minimal form of satisfaction. But that is just yours. It's custom made for you. It's not meant to give someone else the ultimate form of satisfaction and fulfillment. So to find something that will make you get out of bed even when your body is tired, and to find something that will inspire you to try over and over again, no matter how many times you're going to fall, I can equate that with finding something that will keep you inspired, or having a goal and having a dream, or having an ambition. So try as much as possible to find it, that which will give you the ultimate meaning and fulfillment in life. And then do it as if your life depends on it. Because the reality is, that is your life, and your life depends on it. Do it with every breath that you have, because you never know. That is your life. Work it out and do it to the level best that you can. Leave no stones unturned. If you have to reach out to people, reach out to them. No matter how many rejections you face, keep going, keep going, keep going. One day, that day could be tomorrow or thereafter. The doors will open for you. So be inspired, stay inspired, be motivated by the greatest goal and what gives your life the ultimate fulfillment. That's it from me. Let's meet in the 5th episode of this podcast series. Keep in mind that in order to love yourself properly, you need to stay inspired and you need to stay motivated so as to do that which gives you, or that which will give you, the greatest form of fulfillment in this world. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.